Hey everyone, Chuck here again. And on this video, what we're going to tackle here is really the concept of complying with security requirements. So believe it or not, that's kind of a study topic for us to think about. So, I mean, when you hear the terms comply with security requirements, it's like, well, that's pretty obvious. Why would I not want to do that? And I guess that's part of the point is if we're going to take risk management and make it work, we have to comply with what we agree to do. So, from a study standpoint, knowing what complying with security requirements means, but also thinking about why we want to do that because that prevents failures, exposure to events, failures, etc. And the impact, of course, is we've got a secure environment. And certainly in this day and age, that's kind of a big deal, especially with all the digital. Now, connecting that all to the supply chain side of things, if you think about it, we're trying to get to a point where we've got synchronization and visibility across our supply chain. So, to get that, we're going to need the help of technology and we're going to have digitally secure supply chains. So, setting those requirements and regulations and following those and complying and auditing them is going to be certainly important to make our supply chain secure. So I wrote down some other things to think about too that we typically think of risk events. I'm just going to grab my notes here real fast. We typically think of um, risk events as physical events or physical failures, but we live in a digital age, and so there's things like hacking, identity theft, ransomware, et cetera, we got to be concerned with. We've got to put plans in place to be able to prevent that too. So computers get lost, computers get stolen, system failures, et cetera. In today's day and age, we've got to build regulations and comply with that too. So they become equally as important as much as our work is done digitally, and that can be a failure to the company and be impactful. So it can be just as little as a failure or violation, which is not a little thing, but operationally, it can bring a company to its knees. We saw that recently here in the US and certainly here in Minnesota because of a healthcare provider here in the US where their systems got disrupted by digital. So as much as the topic says, comply with security requirements and regulations, we need to know what it is and why it's important, and certainly take them as serious as we would any other kind of physical regulations that we would have out there.